I first found out that I had emphysema probably 4.5 years ago. I went to my doctor and she said, you know it's emphysema, and if you don't give up smoking, there's no return. It is just going to get worse. That's when the reality of it hit.
So emphysema is a chronic progressive disease, regardless of whether the patient has stopped smoking or not. It unfortunately keeps getting worse. The main symptom with emphysema is shortness of breath, and that is definitely something that impacts the quality of life quite significantly. Obviously, you can imagine when you cannot breathe, nothing else matters.
The feeling of emphysema is like being a fish out of water. You virtually gasp for air.
The impact of emphysema on a patient's life is variable. It can be from very mild to very, very severe. As respiratory physicians, we tend to see the more severe involvement, and we see quite a few patients in the early 60s who have to give up their jobs because of breathlessness. Working become more difficult. We have stairs at work, and every time I had to go down those stairs, I knew I had to go back up them, and that was one thing I did not want to do. Everyday things, housework and just a walk or groceries become a labour. I'd get slight dizziness because I wasn't getting enough oxygen. Everyday life was terrible. The use of valves in treatment of emphysema is designed to allow the most damaged parts of the lungs to deflate.
These valves are one-way devices that let the air out, but the next breath is not going to go back into that area. And in time, it's going to get rid of the trapped air in that area and make room for the rest of the lung to be more functional. After I had the valves done in my lung, I noticed that at work I wasn't doing that stopping and thinking about those stairs. I just did them. Before I had the valve treatment, if I had to walk at a pace for some reason, no, that was not good. Whereas now I can now sweep the floor, vacuum the mats, and I'm not dreading the thought of having to do those tasks. It definitely improved my quality of life. The procedure is basically an endoscopic or a bronchoscopic procedure. It takes usually about 15 to 20 minutes and no longer than 30 minutes. Before, I virtually was thinking I haven't got much longer to go. After, I'm planning my granddaughter's wedding, and we've just had a holiday to Queensland with the family, and I've walked every inch of those theme parks. I've walked every step, and I just do it now. Overall, it's 100% better. For me, in my case,
We now have very good evidence in randomised controlled trials that show there are lasting long-term benefits in endoscopic lung volume reduction.
I would say everything about my life's improved. It's given me hope to be around when my grandkids get married and the special things. Well, my grandkids are my being. They're my world. They're my life. They're my reason for looking for some way to fix what I'd done. I didn't want to put them through the agony of losing their nan, and I certainly didn't want to lose them. Before, I was hesitant. I'd be the nan that sat on the chair and watched them, whereas now, I can at least get up and join in and throw the netball with the granddaughters. It's made a difference in that way. I can really be part of their lives.